everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. Today I'm going to show you how to mix up some really tasty deer bait. Today I'm going to show you how to mix up some really tasty deer bait. The deer really like it, and they bring them in. What you're going to need is some kind of flavored juice crystals. These are great, by the way, just no-name brand. And you need some apple juice, a liter, some molasses, 675 grams this one is, sugar, about 2 cups, and I use the blue cobalt salt. I bought a bag of it crushed at the farm supply where I get my corn and that, which is Early's. I think it was about $9 for a 10-kilo bag of this crushed cobalt salt. This is the same salt that the salt licks are made out of. And I'm going to cook this all on the stove, warm it up, and I'm going to pour the liquid into the corn. Another thing you're going to need is a 5-gallon pail. Fill the pail up with corn and oats. That's what I use. I use the deer corn that Early sells. Costs about $10 for a 20-kilo bag, and it's already got some molasses mixed in with the corn, which helps. I don't have to use as much molasses then. The oats, I mix about a third oats to 2/3 corn. Okay, I've added my apple juice in with the salt here, and I'm just going to get the burner going. Turn on the right burner, that would help. Well, yeah, you need a little plastic spoon. You just want to stir it. I got it on high right now. Just get it started. Get this salt melted. Get the salt all melted in there with the juice. Then we'll start adding our other ingredients. You don't want to boil this. You just want to get it hot so it's steaming. Just want to get it nice and warm. If I'm doing this on the stove and heating it, you make sure everything's mixed, and also getting it warm. I believe it helps it to soak into the corn a little bit, so the flavor is there for them, the scent. Another thing you will need, where are they? Pack of yeast. Hope you can see that all right. I can't see the lens too well. Oops. 1 pack of brewer's yeast or baking yeast. This is Fleshman's. And pour that right into your pail of corn, just on top. So when you pour the liquid in, it's in there. It helps to get it working. I usually let my bait sit for a couple of days before I put it out. And the yeast helps to get this all working and the scent going. Let's put some of these flavor crystals in. 2, 3, 4 heaping scoops of flavor crystals. Want to give it that really fruity flavor. This is good for deer. Got any pigs around? It'll draw the pigs in too. Once you put this out in the bush, it gives off a scent that they can smell for up to a kilometer away, I'm sure, depending on the breeze. I have worked with many different flavors and scents and different mixtures, and I find this works the best. I like to use the apple juice because the deer like the apples. In the fall I even use crab apples, put them out for bait. It's like candy to them. They come in and they just eat them up. Turn that down to medium high so it's not constantly. You definitely don't want to burn this. Two cups of sugar, pour them in. Stir that in there. On my game cameras, I put my bait out, and I have a game camera over the bait site, and usually I have anywhere from 3,000 to 7,000 pictures a week, or in 5-6 days, with just the deer coming in the numbers. Sometimes there's 10 of them in there at once, maybe more. I've had as many as 8 on camera at one time, and I know there's other ones because they've just walked by. And I know when it comes to deer season, my freezer's full early. There, that's all mixed in there pretty good. Now for the molasses, get it going. You hear it bubbling and crackling in there. Mind you, I've got this on a medium heat now because I've got it warmed up a bit. Molasses is important. The deer love molasses. They love that sweet, salty taste. Also the salt, and if you want, you can add some fire pit ash, maybe a cup to it, which has trace minerals in it. I'm going to add a little water now. I basically filled up the half pint here, or this pint of molasses, with water. I'm going to add a little water to this. Plus I like to get all the molasses out of the container. And that's pretty much almost ready already. Everything's mixed up in there. It's all liquid. You'll feel the salt a little bit in the bottom, sticking to the bottom of the pot. that's no big deal. It washes right out after. If you're doing this, I know some people say to add baking soda. Do not put the baking soda in here. It will fizz up and overflow. You'll have a mess all over your stove, your floor. If you want to add some baking soda, you can put it in with the corn, and it will dissolve with the juice. I don't use the baking soda so much. I have used some ash, but right now the fire pit's covered in snow. But ash has a lot of trace minerals, as I said. You're looking to add trace minerals to your bait for healthy horn growth and healthy fawns. Good mother's milk for the does. Add some ash. Wood ash. Same as you add ash to your garden to bring the minerals, put minerals into your vegetables. Adding ash to your bait puts minerals into your bait. Like I said, you don't want to boil this. It's already getting fairly warm enough. It's starting to steam here a bit, and you'll see that it gets this like a white foam starting on the top. With that pack of yeast in with the corn, once I pour this warm liquid in there, it's going to react with that yeast, and it's going to start to basically ferment. And you leave that sit for a couple of days with a loose lid on it. Then you take it out there, and when you dump it out, it smells. It's got a real smell to it. The deer smell this, like I say, for up to a kilometer away. Same with the pigs. I've had pigs in my bait site. Unfortunately, they won't come out when I'm there. Another thing, when I go into my bait sites, I bait early. If you're going to start baiting your deer, don't think you can go out a week before deer season and start baiting them and have deer in there. Start at least a month early. Start taking bait in, put out lots of bait. Put up your game camera and make sure to see that they're coming in. Do not descent yourself. Because then your scent is in the area and the deer start to get used to that. You're not pressuring them, you're not bothering them. They're coming, and to them, when they smell you, they just know that there's fresh food coming. And so when you go in there to hunt and you do descent in that and your scent is down a bit, you're going to have a lot more success in those deers being comfortable coming into your bait site, so you can get that ideal shot and fill your freezer with that delicious venison, deer back straps, and deer steaks. That's pretty much ready. We're going to dump her into the corn. Just take the pot off, pour it all in there. Can you hear that sizzling in there? And of course, always clean up your kitchen. You don't want anybody to be upset that you made a mess. Shut the stove off. Set the pot and sink. Be done with the dishes, and there you go. I'm going to take this out now. I'm going to go out to the shop. I put the lid on it, and I take the pail, and I put the lid on tight. I make sure that the spout is closed and everything, and I tip it on its side, and I roll it around for a bit. Get that juice mixed in with all that corn and everything that's in there. Get everything mixed up good. I even turn it upside down and let it sit for a little bit, and then turn it back. But remember to open the lid and let the air out, because with that yeast in there, this is going to start to work, and it's liable to blow your top off your pail or whatever. But yeah, it will expand. But this deer bait works. You want to see lots of deer in your bait site? Try this recipe out. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I need subscribers. I need all your help. Thanks for watching.